She leaves, and Numeria opens the door again, takes the key from number 232, and escapes. Myung and Namgyu find another player and kill him together, thus both succeeding in the game. Junho hears Myung's name and feels relieved because he will come to save her as he promised. Myung decides to look for her until he finds her. Namgyu agrees to help him on one condition, that they kill anyone they find on their way, because if a red team member doesn't kill anyone, he loses the game, and thus each of their shares of the prize increases. Myung gets excited and agrees to the plan. They start looking for someone to kill. We see Daehun running away from the red team, injured in his leg. When one of the players catches up to him, Daehun pushes him. The player falls from the stairs and dies. Daehun takes his knife. Junho is about to give birth, and the skull helps her. It turns out there are only 15 minutes left until the game ends. We go to Yongja, who is looking for someone to kill to win and stay in the game. He enters a room and sees player number 172. 172 tries to beg him to spare his life. Suddenly, he attacks, trying to kill him. Player 203 enters the room and kills 172. Yongja gets nervous and quickly stands up. Meanwhile, number 44 is still tricking her team, leading them to one of the rooms. She opens the door but is shocked and quickly closes it and runs away. Yongja and Namgyu come out from in front of her and kill her team as well. Number 44 runs to escape, bumps into Daehun, and they each go their separate ways. After that, 44 meets Seong and tells him that Daehun injured his leg and left a trail of blood. Seong leaves her because he only wants to kill Daehun and starts following the blood trail. Number 44 enters a room and discovers the exit door is there, but she needs 3 keys to open it. She goes back to look for the keys. Number 100 hears a sound behind him, so he covers himself in blood from a nearby corpse, pretends to be dead, and then gets up. Number 44 takes the key from him. He asks her why and learns that she found the exit door, so he goes with her. We see Hyun with Junho, helping her give birth. Suddenly, a red team player enters the room. Hyun attacks him and they fight until they reach the exit door. There, Hino grabs him and stabs him, killing him. She sees the exit door keys and can open it with the 3 keys she has. Before she goes through the door, she goes back to get Junho and Gomja with her. Suddenly, Yongja attacks her and stabs her, and is shocked to see Junho in front of him. Namgyu calls out to him, asking if there is anyone in the room with him. He lies and says there is no one, then closes the door on them. Seong continues on his way until he reaches the end of the palace. He finds that the palace ends there, so he goes back and closes the door. He finds Daehun behind the door. We go to number 44, meaning the exit door is with her, and number 100. Number 100 tries to open the door with the 2 keys he has, but fails because he is missing the circle key. Number 44 puts in her key, and the door opens. Suddenly, Numeria pushes her and goes through the door alone, taking the key with him. Number 44 is trapped in the room, and someone enters. When he gets close to her, he sees the shadow of Namgyu and attacks her, stabbing her and killing her. We return to Seong, who tries to finish off Daehun. Daehun apologizes for betraying him before and explains that he was scared and didn't know what to do. Suddenly, he pulls out a knife and attacks Seong. They fight again, and Daehun manages to escape. Seong chases him until he catches him, strangles him to kill him, and take his revenge. Gomja decides to take Junho and escape as well. They go to another room with an exit door. They try to open the door, but suddenly Yongja enters the room, with less than a minute left before the end of the game. Yongja tries to attack Junho to win the game before time runs out, but her mother stops him. She asks him to kill her, but he refuses, moves out of the way, and apologizes to Junho, saying her daughter will be left without a mother. But Junga decides to sacrifice her son to save Junho and her daughter, so she stabs him in the back. Young is shocked that his own mother stabbed him. His time in the game ends, and the corridor guards appear. They see Seong and he tries to commit suicide, so they shoot a bullet at the knife. Afterwards, they take Seong with them. They take Young and shoot him in front of his mother because he lost the game. The guards start collecting the bodies of the players who lost. Suddenly, one of the players attacks a guard and kills him. Then he removes the mask and it turns out that he and 3 others look different and speak English, unlike all the other guards who are Korean and speak Korean. After a while, Jamja enters the players' hall with Jinna's son, and everyone is shocked to see the child with her, except for Seong, who is not paying attention to anything happening around him. It is revealed that Myung likes Junho and wants to be with her, which is why he always defends her whenever he can. The guards enter the hall and inform the players that 35 players have been eliminated from the game, so only 25 players remain to compete for more than 41 billion. Now it's time to vote to see whether they will continue playing or not. We go to the supervisor, who is sitting with 5 businessmen. These are the people funding the game and are obsessed with the idea of control or endless pleasure to the extent that they are happy to participate in the game themselves, wearing the guards' uniforms. Each of them thanks the supervisor for letting them have this experience. One of them says he's happy because he's honoring his father's memory, whose name is Owa. The supervisor replies that he's doing his best to provide the best service for his clients. At that moment, one of the guards discovers that communication with the operations room has been cut off, so he asks another guard to go quickly and check it himself. We go to Detective Huang, who is still on the ship and hasn't reached the island yet. He calls Choi and warns him about Captain Park, telling him to ask about Park everywhere, and finds out that no one knows him. This increases his suspicion that Park is part of the game, so he asks Huang to keep an eye on him just in case. Back to the players' room, the voting on the new game begins. Despite the terrifying things they've seen in this place, the majority vote to continue the game. Xiong still objects to voting because he doesn't want to participate in this crime and only return to expose the game's organizers. The guards arrive at the operations room and see the bodies of their colleagues on the ground, realizing there is a traitor among them. Guard number 11 gives the key to room 16 to player 246 and asks him to go rest there and be careful because there are cameras in the room. The head guard, who wears a different black suit than the other guards, reviews the surveillance cameras and sees guard 16 in his room and notices that guard 11 is missing. He radios and asks guards 16 and 11 to come to his room. Guard 11 is surprised to find herself in the room with him, waiting for him to show up so she can kill him. He is shocked to learn that she was the one who took out the guards in the operations room. Guard 11 tells him he has only one chance to get rid of her, which is to give her the key to a boat, so she and 16 can escape the next day. He wonders how she knows 16 and why she wants to escape with him in particular, but he is forced to agree to keep the players in the facility motivated. Huang is still at sea searching for the island. He flies a drone to film a nearby island from a distance, and as soon as he sees the island on the camera, he remembers being shot on the island before. So he decides to go there to confirm his suspicion. When he arrives, he remembers his brother, who turns out to be player number 1 and the current supervisor of the game. We learn that he shot Huang to keep him away from the game because he would definitely try to stop it. Huang radios his assistants to tell them this is the same island where he was shot, which means the game island is nearby. At night, Jamja sees Young sad and goes to talk to him and comfort him, telling him not to feel guilty because he reminds her of her son Young. She tells him that Young was so kind that he blamed himself for everything, even when it wasn't his fault, and tried to commit suicide several times, but she managed to save him at the last moment. In the end, she killed him herself. She asks him to help her save her daughter, and they all sleep to rest. At that moment, Choi arrives at Park's house and suspects he's part of the game. He enters through the garden gate and sees Park's dog, who keeps barking at him. Choi leaves the dog and goes inside the house, searching for anything to prove Park is part of the game. He finds a photo of Park with the Squid Game recruiter who convinces people to join the game. Before Choi leaves the house, the dog attacks him again and bites his hand, so Choi shoots and kills it. As he leaves the house, he notices something strange under the dog's house. He moves the house, removes the cover underneath, and finds a lot of money in a bag with a guard's uniform from Squid Game. The police arrive and order him to surrender, accusing him of robbing Park's house. The next day, the players wake up and are shocked to see Jamya has killed herself. The guards come to take her body in a coffin. The head guard, who is guard number 4, discovers that guard 11 is deceiving him and trying to escape with player 246. He orders his assistant to find the player before he escapes with E11 from the facility. Moments are left before the start of the second game in Squid Game. The game organizers are monitoring everything through the cameras, and one of them, wearing the eagle mask, decides to bet on Jinnah. He appears drunk and bets on her, now sure she will lose because she can't move with her daughter. He suggests the others consider the child a player, forcing Jinnah to step on herself to win and save her daughter, because whoever loses will die. The man with the eagle mask agrees, and the game